Hi guys, my name is Nico Bardin. I'm an actor, and today I'm with Keith Andrew. And I think that his job, what he's doing, is really nice. It's a really great example of what people can do regardless of their conditions. So watch him; you'll see it by yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Keith Andrew Network. This is episode 641. That is right, 641 of the one and only Keith Andrew Network. Today, I'm here with Brett Bardin, professional actor and upcoming professional actor. And I just want to say it's a real honor and privilege to have you as a guest.
Hi guys, I'm really glad to be here tonight.
Now, the honor's all mine. Now, for people who want to know, what is the Keith Andrew Network? The whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities to never give up and prove people wrong. Prove to them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. And to prove to them you can stem out to something. So hashtag break the label. So that being said, half hour of your time. Say anything you want. Talk about anything you want. It's PG-13, but I'm giving you the freedom to say and express yourself. But with that being said, starting off, I'm going to change the format. I recently got new questions, so we're going to change them up a little bit. But the first question I want to ask you is, tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I'm I'm an actor, so as I was presented. Originally, I'm from Moscow, Russia, and right now I'm live in Miami, Florida. Hopefully, I'm gonna move to Los Angeles within like a half a year or something. I slowly building up my portfolio, and also I learn and work as a sound mixer, as a production sound mixer, which helps me to be on set more frequently.
Oh, that's really cool. Now, what motivated you to get into those areas?
That's actually a funny story. So originally, I have masters in IT technologies, information technologies, and I've been working for a IT company for about 6 years. Then I moved here, and when I started to think if I want to come back to the office, I decided that I know, and I want to try something new while I'm still like young. Um,
No, excuse me.
Bless you, that's all right. So while I'm still young, I decided to try something new, and that was acting. And I've been doing this for, I think, actually today, I think it's a third year anniversary. I think it's actually today, or maybe like somewhere in between. So yeah, so yeah, acting and then sound to help me pay my bills. Because when when you are an aspiring actor, you starve like a lot.
No, absolutely. It's not easy.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, the next question I want to ask you is, what do you consider to be your greatest professional strength?
Could you please repeat again? I'm a little bit didn't hear it well.
Yeah, I don't know why it's echoing in the background. I do apologize. So the next question I was going to ask you is, what do you consider to be let's see, one more time. What do you consider to be your greatest professional strength?
It's a strength, and also it's my problem. At the same time, I'm highly analytical because of my background, because I was learning all my life about information technologies, engineering, all this stuff. So I'm very thoughtful and I'm very analytical, to say it again. And it helps me a lot when it comes to working on set, building more or less professional relationships and approach scripts, for instance. But also, there's a downside because I'm too much in my head sometimes. So it's like a double-edged sword.
No, I can relate. I feel, and like the expression, you are your own worst enemy.
True. Yeah.
But let me ask you, regarding your acting career, what is your greatest strength?
That's interesting. I think I can say it sounds silly, but the easiest part for me there is to memorize the script and adjust on the fly. That's because it happened for me a few times when I come on the set fully prepared, and then I'm given extra 3-4 pages. I go, you have an hour to memorize, to prepare, like do the whole thing. And sometimes those pages like change your character entirely. And I faced that about a year ago when my character was, I would say, like nice, cute, a little bit nerdy. And then arrived on the set, I was given pages and with a monologue several minutes long, which made my character more like a psychotic villain, I would say, and I needed to restructure the whole arc and the whole thing in my head. Yeah, I was able to do this, so I think that's probably my strongest trait, to be able to adjust fast.
Now, let's go to the next question on the same subject. What is your greatest professional weakness?
The biggest weakness is my improv skills. I suck at improv. That's bad. Yeah. Hands down.
Well, hey, I suck at interviewing, but I've been doing this for 6.5 years, so apparently I'm doing something right.
True. Yeah, it works. It works.
Now, you mentioned something about, learning the script and being that person, turning yourself into that character. What were some of your favorite characters or people you portrayed?
That's a tough question. Had a bunch of interesting ones, but sometimes it depends on the not that it's a character, but how to say, it's difficult to think about it just the character because it's also the set influences you, your co-star influences you, and I would say the most cute, like in my heart, would be the character I did. It was a student film about a year and a few months ago. It was a little bit nerdy again, shy guy who fell in love with a girl, and she's supposed to leave the city into a different city in like within a year, and they're trying to build something or like make it like not too serious, but they fall in love. It's getting serious. So this kind of romantic person character, that's the closest to my heart so far. Yeah.
All right. Now, let's give the people a little more of an insight on what the acting role is about. Say, for an example, so they say to you, let's see, actually both of these are really good. Why do you want this job? And why should we hire you? I know everyone hears that when you go for an interview. Why should we hire you and why do you want this job? So when you went for the acting gig, what were your words of wisdom and what got you through the door?
Lie. Just lie a lot. Because when you're an aspiring actor, you want this job not because you feel connected. You just want the job just for the sake of the job because you need experience, you need a reel, you need money, and all this stuff. So when you just start, lie. Just come up with stuff. I mean, it sounds awful, but that's how it is because You might not be in love with the character or the story, but you kind of have to do this just to be there. That's only in the beginning. Then you'll be able to connect and find parts which you like more. But in the beginning, you just try to find something you like in this project. So usually you look up the director, the DP, the screenwriter. Sometimes it's the same person when it's student film or something, and just find something you like. And they just tell them that. Like, for instance, you like the story. Just tell them how much you like the story. Or maybe the character resonates with you. Let them know that. And why they should hire you, just again go through your strong traits, like you're flexible, you can adjust easily, be directed. But with this thing, you cannot lie because they will find out. If you're gonna tell them like I'm great in improv, and they will just ask you to improv and you suck at it, they will find out and you'll get fired, or the whole project will just fall apart. So you can lie when you say why you want this job, but you never lie why they should hire you.
No, I agree with you. Now, the next question I want to ask you is there's hundreds of great professional actors out there, comedians, Robin Williams, George Carlin, Dennis Leary, Christian Bale, Chris Evans, and they all contribute a lot to their acting careers. Now, one of the things I want to ask you is, because you are an upcoming professional actor, what do you feel that you can contribute?
That's interesting. Yeah, there's many famous actors there. They're using their standing as a platform, right, for the social stuff and political, which I think should not be the case, to be honest. I'm more on the side with the Ricky Gervais. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. So basically, I personally see myself more as an entertainer. I'm there to let you forget about everything you have and just enjoy the performance, the story that we're telling. That's it. I'm not going to. I mean, if there's something nice like charity, that's of course a nice thing. And of course, I would love to do this when I will be able to. I'm not talking about political issues or something like that. I don't think that we should be doing this, and I definitely will not be doing this. So I'm more. I think. Oh, I know who said that. It's the guy who played an Arrow in Avengers. One of the interviews. Yeah, Hawkeye. He said, yeah, I confused the guy. I'm sorry, Marvel fans. Don't kill me.
Shame on you, sir. But yeah, at the same time, I can see who you're talking about, but I'm horrible at names. So.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Hawkeye, yeah. So the actor, shame on me, I forgot his name. And he said that he's there to entertain and make like people and kids happy. And that's what I think we should be doing, and that's what I want life to do.
No, I agree with you 100%. Even when I'm a cashier and I'm working, I like extending my hands in friendship. I like making new friends. I like interacting with people. And someone even said to me, it's like, you're so animated, you're so interactive, you're so talkative, you're really in the wrong type of business. Now, it's like, thanks. I kind of already knew that, but what type of business would you recommend? But you didn't actually tell me at that point. But who knows? This is what I want to do for the rest of my life, so hopefully, knock on wood, it works out. But the next question I want to ask you is, if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
You have a bunch of tough questions, which I need to think about. One word about me. I think it's not a word.
Okay, let's do it like this. 3 top words that describe you. Now give me an example. For me, I'm loyal, I'm passionate, and I'm also a big pain in the ass.
Hmm. Okay, so we can say like a word which is like pain in the ass, like 3 words. All right, that's awesome. I can do that. I would just say that just I'm a guy who continuously gets up because it's difficult when you're an actor and you're trying to juggle out. Because also I'm an immigrant, so I have another bunch of problems on my side. Also my accent and all those little things, which kind of sometimes they put you and throw you on the ground. And the only way to continue is to get up and continue. So yeah, I'm a person who gets up. That's it.
Now, what about this one? This one, because you mentioned you are an immigrant, and so is everyone for that matter. So we're not gonna get into politics on that. I don't know where I was going with that one. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. And every time I look down, I'm not trying to avoid eye contact. I just have a list of questions. So I'm like, okay, should I ask this one? No, that's a stupid one. Let me ask this one. Okay, how many times have you been asked this one? Like, for an example, what's your favorite color? Yeah, I don't know. So I'm just trying to find a good one. So, and I found this one very interesting because you mentioned that you are a immigrant and you came to this country. But what if you had a personal message, a personal statement? What was it that made you say, you know what, I want to come to the States and become an actor? But what was the statement that you wanted to make?
I don't think it's a statement. It's more like America is a fun place. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Because when I was thinking about where to go, there was a bunch of different countries, and America is just a fun place to be. As you like to say, land of opportunity, which is true, which is definitely true. You just gotta work really hard for it, and it's not. I'm not making any statements. It's more like I just want a certain success, and I know that I will be able to achieve it in this country.
No, I agree with you. For me, my statement is as I said in the beginning, as I said for 6.5 years. This is what I want to do until the day I die. I'm not saying that to be cute. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm showing you that people say to me, I read and learn at a 5th grade level. I'm on the spectrum of being retarded. But look at what I'm able to accomplish. Look what I have done in 6.5 years by myself. Look at what I was able to accomplish. And if I can do it, and by doing that, turning myself into an example, I'm showing you people out there with disabilities, without disabilities, whatever labels you want to throw at, label it's hashtag break the label. If you're passionate about doing what you love, then get off your ass and say, this is what I want, this is who I am, and I'm going to show you, look at what I can amount to.
And that's true. And I actually have a great example as well. I've been working in Los Angeles on the film, and one of the actors, professional actors, which over 200 IMDb credits, like he is successful, and he's been doing it for the whole life. Right now, he's a kind of old guy. And he told me, I'm not going to say the name because I'm not sure how personal it is, and if he shared it with anybody else. I bet he did, but still, no names. The guy had problems. He can't memorize well. He has this, how do you call it, attention disorder, the thing? Yes, and he has a huge problem in memorizing the script. But he's great at improv. He developed an improv skills. So he's going for parts which do not require him a lot to memorize and give them a space to improvise. And he's doing well, really well. And he's like really famous. I can't say the name, but trust me, he's famous.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I interviewed someone and he told me the story, and I think I know who you're talking about. but I don't know if it is or not. Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan cannot read Chinese, and
Hmm.
he actually scares his castmates because he improvs everything. But he's a great
Not him,
actor.
but yes, that's a great. Yeah, that's another example. Well, now we have two.
Now the next question I want to ask you, then we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Actually, I'm gonna ask you this. Then we gotta take the break. Is social media? Can social media make you or break you with everything that you accomplish in your life? You know, if I'm using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Stage 32, Hit Record, um, a blogger, or SoundCloud, or whatever else you want to throw out there. What social media have you used to get yourself out there, and what has actually helped you start your career?
First of all, clean it up. I had to clean my social media from all the controversial and like bad stuff, basically. Because whenever you're cast or they're thinking about you, they will look you up on the Google, wherever, the Facebook, anywhere, Instagram, and it can actually cost you part. Because sometimes for instance, if you audition for something for Disney and you have yourself in a bar with lots of alcohol and curse words on Instagram, they'll look it up, they'll find he's not family friendly. We can't hire him. Same thing about politics. If you're too hardcore on this stuff, it will just be a problem for you in the future. So I cleaned up my Facebook, my Instagram, all my social media. I put my headshots as my avatars there. I put some links to my resumes, my reels, and all these little things which will help people to find all the information. And it actually got me a part. I was contacted about a few months back. The director saw me on the Facebook in recommendation because we had a mutual friend, and he offered me to audition for the part, and I got it. So, boom, it works. It actually works if you're just careful about it. And you can promote yourself. There are a bunch of groups which help actors and crew to promote themselves.
Hey, if you can hook me up, I appreciate that. Just throwing it
Yeah.
out there. Well, out of everything, but what was the very first website you ever used, and what was the website that actually gave you your first connection?
In social media, that would be Facebook. Then would be Instagram. I'm bad with social media. I'm not updating it too often as I should, but it still works. And these are only two social medias I'm using. I'm about to open YouTube, but it'll be probably somewhere in summer when when I acquire a camera or something. I have a backdrop, I have lights, I have microphones, I have a camera to do the things I want to do. So now I need a camera, and I'll be good with that. So yeah, and for actors you need other sites, but they're more like for jobs. You know, you have Backstage, you have Actors Access, you have casting networks, or LA Casting if you're in Los Angeles, Casting Frontier, and all those. You have to create a profile there, maintain it, clean, pictures, video reels, audio, resume, credits, everything. That's where you find the jobs. And Facebook as well. There are a bunch of, as I said, groups where sometimes students or even like independent filmmakers are looking for somebody. You can find those in the groups and just apply.
No, I agree, and I would also recommend you getting a LinkedIn as well.
Like what?
Oh, a LinkedIn.
Huh. Okay. I'll look into it.
LinkedIn is a professional networking website where you connect with professional connections and people give you recommendations. So when they click on your page, you're like, oh, who do you know? What recommendations? You know that.
LinkedIn, right?
Yes, I can send you the link as soon as we're done.
I actually have it, but it's not updated. It still has my old IT stuff. I'm still listed there as an analyst. So yeah, I gotta fix it. I gotta change it. You're right. You're right.
I will definitely drop you a line right afterwards. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. And with the last remaining 6 minutes, I'm going to pass the show over to you.
Hi, I'm Deborah Jensen.
I'm Linda Collins.
Hi, I'm Marissa Joy Davis.
This is Michelle Wong.
And I'm Nancy Rose.
My name is Brandy Hunt. And
hello, my name is Raven Wynn.
Hi there, my name is Giovanna Vidal.
Hi, I'm Monica Thomas.
Hi, I'm Paisley Blackburn.
I'm Ashley Burgess.
Hi, my name is Jeanette Abney.
Hi, I'm Sharon Spank.
Hey, this is Samantha Moore.
Hi, I'm Melody Jones.
Hi, my name is Becky Yee.
Hi, you're watching the Keith Andrew Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 641. That is right, the one and only Keith Andrew Network, 641. I'm here with Nick Bardin. Now, with the last 6 minutes and counting, I'm going to pass the show over to you. This is your time to ask me anything you want. You know, no gloves, no cards up my sleeves. So you can ask me anything and everything.
So my question would be probably, the first one is, what made you choose this path of a host? It's probably a common one, but still.
No, I understand, and I get this asked a lot, for 6.5 years. I use my dad for an inspiration. I use my brother for an inspiration. But, it started with a birthday wish. That was, it's a whole thing. People said to me, you're 21. What do you want to do for the rest of your life? And I was like, well, I have my health. I have my family. If I have to die, I would like to have a couple famous friends. And that started it. And then I used my brother and my dad for my inspirations. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? And I was sitting at the table with my family, my brother before me. He used to say, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know about this and that. And I was like, go talk to your brother. Go talk to your sister. They know people. They can point you in the right direction. You can take this New York State exam. You can do this. You can do that. You can go back to college. And I said, what about me? And they said, what about you? It's like, I read and learn at a 5th grade level. I'm on the spectrum of being retarded. I'm not capable of holding down a job. I have poor social skills. I'm awkward. I'm very awkward. I can't even speak, Jesus. I'm very awkward. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I have poor people skills, and I'm not capable of doing certain things. And I said, the hell is it? I'm going to show you it's a disability. If that's what you really think of me, then I'm going to eat those words. I'm going to show you, hey, you say I'm on the spectrum being retarded? I'm going to show you. Fine. If that's what you think of me, and I'm going to show you, look at what I'm able to accomplish. And for 6.5 years, I did unofficially 300 episodes. Officially, I did another 300, so that's 6. I met some great people out there. I met some assholes out there. But you're not going to connect with every single person that you come across. But my statement was, I need to find something that I'm good at, that makes me happy, and something I can turn into. I don't have a bachelor's, I don't have a BA, but look at what I created out of thin air. If I can do this, then I'm good enough to turn myself into an example for anyone out there, disabilities or no disabilities, that if I can do it, you can do it too.
That's beautiful. That's amazing, honestly. Wow. And another question would be probably the first ever time you put yourself out there. Do you remember how it felt? Were you scared at all? Excited?
Well, when I first started the talk show, don't ask me, and I keep saying this, and don't ask me why it seemed like a good idea at the time. I did 72 phone interviews. So remember, I already said I did 300 unofficial plus the 72. Then officially, I did another 300. So overall, it's a high number. But thanks to you, we're up to 641. I did not want to be seen. I was doing, I wanted to work as Blog Talk Radio. And I said, I wanted some. I'm a big wrestling fan, so you know how Hershey's and Snickers presents WrestleMania. And I was like, okay, well, why not have the KeithAndrewNetwork presents Uncensored? And some people like the name, some people didn't like the name. There's a long story about that. And I got into an argument with this actress. I invited her to be on the show. She said no. Next day, she said, hey, everyone, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I have a brand new show, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, son of a... She did talk everything. So I said, forget it. But I won't work for Blog Talk Radio because they don't want the same concept and show and whatever. So then I said, I'm still having panic attacks and social anxiety. But I'm doing just audio. Maybe if I can do something else. So I'm going to show you Season 1. It's what you see on the camera. I did not want to be seen when I first started. So Season 1 is what you see is what everyone else sees. In Season 2, I just here's the camera records from the computer screen. And someone came across my brother and said, hey, we came across your brother's show. Really interested. One piece of criticism is, why is he in a small box and why doesn't he want to be seen? And I realized, if I really want to do this for the rest of my life, I can't hide. I have to put myself out there so the whole public gets to see me and, whatever. So you can see from Season 1, 2, from the phone, from Season 3, 4, how it's cut in half. I'm on the right, you're on the left. You can see I'm putting myself out there and I'm telling funny stories, I'm telling embarrassing stories. But you can see a process for 6.5 years from someone who did not want to be seen to saying, you know what, if you really want this for the rest of your life, like you keep preaching, then you need to put yourself out there. And that's pretty much a long story short.
Yeah, sure. I bet it was it was difficult for you, I bet. Definitely was a struggle. But you made it. And that's as you said, you want to be an example, and you are an example. You had your fears, you overcame them, boom. Now we can see you.
No, absolutely. And I'll give you an example where then we can wrap up. When I worked in retail, I always hid behind a badge. Now, for an example, I used to work over at North Face, and I used to say, hey, hold up the badge. Hey, if you need me, my name is Keith, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to do that anymore. Now, I feel I'm established. People know who I am, and I have, reason I used the North Face thing was because I was trying to give myself some positive reinforcement that I wanted to say I have something to brag about.
Right.
But now I have my own show. I don't need to blow smoke. I do have something to be proud of and to be very passionate about. And this is what I want to do until I die.
That's inspirational. I know you only for this long, and it's really inspirational.
No, I really appreciate that. Now, I do have a couple questions for you off the air. But wrapping up, my last two questions for you is, when I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your first reaction? What made you say yes? And how do you feel now?
My first reaction was why would you want to ask me any questions? Because I'm still in the very beginning, and I'm not that how to say. I don't know that much to share. So that was my first probably question. Why I said yes? Because I lose nothing, and maybe something I actually know, this little piece of advice would be helpful to somebody. You never know. That's why I'm trying to be that kind of careful with what I'm saying, even though I might be sometimes not that careful saying some man. Anyway, yes. So I decided that I lose nothing and it might be helpful to somebody in the beginning of their careers. And I feel really good. I think you're doing a great job, and your platform might actually benefit people. So keep it up.
No, absolutely. Now, how can you mention you're on Facebook and Instagram? How can your fans follow you? What is your Facebook name and Instagram name?
Facebook, you can find me at Nick Bardin. That's NickBardin. And Instagram, same thing, but with a TV in the end. So it's Nick Bardin TV. Because somebody took my name and I can't do nothing about it. But it's all right.
Yeah, that's right. You should get a copyright. Just go to GoDaddy.com, type your name. Of course, you pay a fee, but as long as you pay for it, it's your name.
True. Yes, I actually need to do that as well. Because I had my old stage name, Nicholas Bardin. I have this domain, which I don't use anymore because it was confusing. And now it's just Nick, shorter, faster, easier for casting. Yeah.
Now, I do have a couple questions for you off the air about wrapping up our interview segment. It was a real honor and privilege having you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to part 2 down the road.